I'm going to start with problem F. Blank times 10 equals 5,720. So instead of telling them the answer, they want one of the factors, one of the numbers I use to multiply. The good thing is I can still use my zeros. The answer has 1 0. 10 has 1 0. If I scratch out those zeros, I can see what number was left. 572. So if they're multiplying with 10 and I scratch out the zeros, so long as I scratch out the same number, I can find the factor. I can do the same thing with problem G. Blank times 10 equals 1,860. 1,860 has 1 0. 10 has 1 0. And the reason why this only works with 10 is because when I scratch out the 0 from 10, it's 1. And like we said earlier, anything times 1 does not change. So my answer would be 186. What's up, Alexa?
So all we have to do in the bottom is just take away the zeros from 10 and from the other number that has thousands, and you get your answer.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's easy.
Yeah, that's it. Now, if it was times 20 or times 50, it wouldn't work that way. It's just because it's 10, because when I scratch out the 0, I am only left with 1. That's why it works that way. H, I do the same thing. There's 1 0 here, 1 0 and 10, and if I scratch them both out, I can see that my answer, or my factor, was 457. I. Who can tell me, what do you think the answer would be for I? Or I guess, what's the missing factor? Violet, what do you think it would be for I? $875. Since it goes down to 800 without that 0, Violet, I don't need the comma again. But I'm glad you noticed that. Okay, what about J? Who thinks they know the answer for J? Jada? Ah, Jada. Like the first letter of your name. It was made for you, Jada. What's the answer? 299. All right. I want you to practice with problems 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then we're going to check those together. Problem 6. What's my answer? What's the missing factor? Kylie, missing factor for number 6. What is it?
753.
753. Okay, number 7. What's my missing factor for number 7? Bradley.
Can I sit with you for a little bit?
377.
377. Okay. Number 8. What's the missing factor for number 8? Violet? $689. Okay, 2 more. Number 9, what's the missing factor? Noah. $400. Close. I can get rid of the 0 at the end because the 0 is at the end with 10. But I can't get rid of the 0 in the middle. Remember, this is just for zeros at the end of the number. The ones in the middle have to stay there. So instead of 410, it's 401. That 0, this other 0 has to stay where it is. I can't move it or get rid of it. The only ones I can do that with are the zeros at the end of the numbers. Messiah, number 10. What's the missing factor? $851. Very good. Okay.